Hey, middle schoolers. Do you ever think that sometimes it would be nice if God would just sit down next to you in a physical body so you could look him in the eyes? Or even if he would show up like a semi transparent 3D hologram when you want to talk to him? Well, unfortunately, no one can handle that. God is so much greater than any image we could ever come up with, and we would quite literally die if we were exposed to God's goodness, power, and beauty. We learn this actually in Exodus directly from God. When Moses asks to see God's full glory and presence, God replies, "You cannot see my face, for no one can see me and live." But God really does want us to see and hear him. We just have to know where to look and how to listen. We'll get into more detail about this another day, but for now, let's just say this. Look for God in all the places that he tells us he's found. Look for God to reveal himself in the Bible. Look for God to reveal himself in nature. It is his creation after all. Look for God to reveal himself through the lives of people who are living for him. And listen for God to speak to you in all those same places as well as through your own mind and heart. God's voice often comes to us as a thought or as an image or feeling like a suggestion from our conscience. When you train yourself to listen for God's voice, you'll get more and more practice at hearing him. It also becomes easier to see and hear God in your life if you talk to him more often. Talking to God, also called prayer, is an expression of faith. It's an action flowing out of a belief that not only does God exist, but he is listening to you. After all, Luke says of God, his purpose was for the nations to seek after God and perhaps feel their way toward him and find him, though he is not far from any of us. Since God's intention was always for us to seek after him, we trust that he will answer us when the time is right. He will show himself to us in the ways we discussed earlier, as long as we have faith and expect him to be there. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me again today. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay vigilant.